No, it wasn't my mother and my aunt, her sister. We were living in Dublin at the time with them. They fell out and all hell broke loose. So myself and my two oldest brothers ended up in Clonmel. And there's 3 or 4 or 5 sisters, well, at least 3 in the Good Shepherd Convent, the Magdalene Laundries, as it was called. And back then, if you stepped out of line, you got a beating. And I mean a beating. Then we used to grow their own spuds, their own veg and everything. Then you used to be hired out to farmers, or I won't mention the company, but it's a big company in Clonmel, picking apples and grapes and stuff for them. And you still got the living daylights kicked out of us.
Cheap labour.
Cheap labour. We got nothing. All we got was the baiting. Then I came back here in 1970. I went in at 8. I came out at 16. Spent 8 years in it for nothing. Never broke a law. Not messing. I'd love to show you where we were. They knocked the whole old school and built a whole new gymnast, a 50-metre swimming pool, indoor swimming pool. We used to have to go down to a field that we used to call the Castle Field, and was filled with freezing water from a stream in the summertime. And half of us ended up with the dust of flu. And we were told to get up in the morning, go to the class, come out of class, go to the farm, feed the pigs, feed the cattle, sort the spuds, come down then and get the living daylights kicked out of you then, because you didn't know right.
I mean, it was very brutal, wasn't it?
Brutal in the world, Ollie. I don't know how many of us survived it. I've never seen a load of my friends committing suicide. And I couldn't even go to the funerals. Why? I was ashamed. People don't understand. Or the Catholic Church and nuns done to us back there in the 50s and 60s and 70s. And I mean it, Ollie. For sometimes I wanted to choke a priest. That's it. 2 of them. One fella was sent down out of Dundrum in Dublin for the deaf people, to the school I was in. And he was up on the balcony. I still see her ever so often, catching a boy by the 2 ears and do that one, willing to drop him off a 40-foot drop. There was another fella came back from a place called Kilimanjaro in Africa. His nickname was Kilimanjaro. He didn't give a monkey's about you. He'll get you for no reason, he'll hit you for no reason. There was brothers there, in fairness, were great. They only hit you when the top priest at the time was there watching. He stepped there a line, so the brother come over, hit with a leather strap. Strap was that long, that thick, with coins stitched inside of him. We had to stitch him in the shoe shop in the school. We made our own baitings. The belts to bait us. People say, oh yeah, you got this, you got that. Yeah, we deserve it. But we're still carrying the scars. A young family now. I just lock myself away some days. So I wouldn't use my temper for what I went through. Wouldn't take it on them. Because if it did, I'd end up killing them. Two lovely daughters, 3 grandkids, and a son. I just had to lock myself away sometimes. And people say, they ring me. I won't even answer the phone. I could get 10, 20 calls. And the only people I answer to is the place down on Parnell Street, the right place. Because they know what we went through. They were in the schools. And that's it. As I said, I keep saying to the people, unless you were there, don't talk about it. And that's it. No one knows what grief, what abuse we went through. They're all about these reports. Best part of them are fucking lies. They don't talk to us, survivors. And I mean it, Ollie. They want to go through the shit that we went through. Don't understand what grief and what vengeance we have in there. No one knows that. That's why, as I said, I've seen friends committing suicide. I'm sick and tired of burying old school friends out of the school. I only buried a lad last year, 10 years younger than me, committed suicide. There's another lad who used to live in the hostel. If he was alive today, he'd be the same age as me, because he's on the same Berkeley. He committed suicide in the hostel in Nadelin. People don't know that, because they don't come out. The media, oh yeah, we do this, we do that. You give them a story, it's in the dustbin. And I blame the government, and I blame the religious orders. I don't care. I have no bones. As I said, I went through hell for 8 years. I'd barely say hello to a priest now. But one thing, let no one forget the brutality of the Catholic Church and the nuns of this country, and the nuns and Catholic priests all over the world. You wake up, I go to bed, we say 10 o'clock at night. You wake up at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning, sweating, and the fear is in your body. Afraid of waiting for someone to come in and hit you a dig. You know, I'm 66, I still wake up in the middle of the night, shaking. And I tell you, it ain't nice. And people don't believe me. But I'm telling you, my family's graves, everything I said here is true.
Mr. Chairman, I'm surprised at that Minister there now. First of all, Mr. Minister, you made a bags of it in the beginning by changing the judges. You made a complete bags of it at that time, because I went to the Laffoy Commission and you had 7 barristers there questioning me and telling me I was telling lies when I told them that I got raped of a Saturday, got a merciful beating after it, and then he came along the following morning and put Holy Communion in my mouth. You don't know what happened there. You haven't the foggies, you're talking through your hat there, and you're talking to a Fianna Fáil man, a former councillor, a former mayor. You're talking to that what tooth and nail for the party that you're talking about now. You didn't do it right. You got it wrong. Admit it and apologise for doing that, because you don't know what I feel inside me. You don't know the hurt I am. You said it was non-adversarial. My God, 7 barristers throwing questions at us non-stop. I attempted to commit suicide. There's the woman who saved me from committing suicide on my way down from Dublin after spending 5 days at the Commission. 5 days I spent at the Commission. They brought a man over from Rome, 90-odd years of age, to tell me I was telling lies, that I wasn't beaten for an hour, non-stop, by 2 of them. By 2 of them, non-stop, from head to toe, without a shred of cloth on my body. My God, Minister. And could I speak to you and ask your leader, would you stop making a political football of this? You hurt us when you do that. You tear the shreds from inside our body. For God's sake, try and give us some peace. Try and give us some peace and not to continue hurting us. That woman will tell you how many times I jump out of the bed at night with the sweat pumping out of me because I see these fellas at the end of the bed with their fingers doing that to me and pulling me into the room to rape me, to bugger me and beat the shite out of me. That's the way it is. And you know what? You know what? Sometimes I listen to the leader of Fianna Fáil. I even listen to the apology. It was mealy-mouthed, but at least it was an apology. At least it was an apology. The Rosminians said in the report, they said they were easy on us. The first day I went to them, the Rosminians, in my home, which is Ferry House in Clonmel, because it's the only home I know, he said, you're in it for the money. We didn't want money. We didn't want money. We wanted someone to stand up and say, yes, these fellas were buggered, these people were robbed. Little girls, my sister, a month old when she was put into an institution. 8 of us from the one family, dragged by the ISPCC Cruelty man, put into 2 cars, brought to the court in Clonmel, left standing there without food or anything. And the fellow in the long black frock and the white collar came along and he put us into a van, a scud truck. I don't know what you call it now. A scud truck, and landed us below with 200 other boys. 2 nights later, I was raped. How can anyone? You're talking about constitution. These people would gladly say yes to a constitution to freeze the funds of the religious order. This state, this country of ours, will say yes to that constitution if you have to change it. Don't say you can't change it. You're the government of this state. You run this state. So for God's sake, stop mealy-mouthing, because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. You're turning me away from voting Fianna Fáil, which I have done from the first day that I could vote. And you know me. You know me, Mr. Minister. You've met me on a number of occasions. So you know what I'm like. Remember Wexford.
Thank you, Michael, for your